Hi everyone, I'm Kelly Shaffner. Welcome to my channel. Today's video is a what sold December 2021. It's about time, right? Well, honestly, I'm going to tell you, I was going to make a video that kind of highlighted some of my sales from December and put an exclamation point on the entire year 2021, talk about my goals and which goals I achieved, which ones I fell short of, and I decided that topic really needs its own video. So stick around to the end because I do have some questions for you. I'm curious about what you would like to know about my business in the past and moving forwards. So if you are interested in answering a short survey, please stick around to the end and I will love you forever. In today's video, I will highlight 10 sales, all of them at a $50 sales price or higher. I think that this may be helpful information. In the past, I have highlighted sales that sold very quickly, high dollar sales, and also what I called my cartwheel sales, the sales that took forever, that were really bad buys. I don't know if that information is helpful. Please let me know in the comments if you like to see when my bad buys finally sell. They never sell for much, and that's why I don't know that I need to include that information moving forward. You will see every single sale that I have in an upcoming month. I do plan on making a fun series, so if you like to see every single sale, I encourage you to subscribe. If you like reselling content, I sure hope that you will subscribe and join me for a future video. I'm going to jump right in. I don't want to keep you forever. The first sale I'll talk about is a handbag. I don't sell a lot of handbags, guys. I don't source a lot of handbags. I don't have a lot of interest in handbags. I like handbags myself, but I just don't find researching handbags, it just doesn't bring me a lot of joy. Not like shoes. If you follow me, you know I'm a freak about shoes. I love women's shoes, but not so much handbags. I recently picked up a few handbags and I got them listed right away. I did feature them in a video. I will link that video above. I picked up two Brighton handbags. One was leather and one was straw. If you follow me, you know that my dog took a bite out of a straw handbag, that straw handbag that I got. That was a learning lesson because I did have to research how to repair a straw bag, but we're not here to talk about the straw bag. The leather bag, which was called the Anjou bag, that is the bag that sold rapidly within 3 days of listing it, maybe even within 3 days of sharing it on my YouTube channel here. This was a beautiful bag. I would not pick up all Brighton bags that I see. I have sold Brighton bags in the past and they've never been quick movers for me, and they normally sell around the $30 price point. I had a feeling this one was special. It was a large leather bag, a pebbled leather bag in very good condition. It was not pristine on the inside. The interior was a little dingy and I did not take the time to clean that bag. I got everything listed right away. I just kind of pushed through it because I don't have that love for handbags. I received an offer for $50 on this handbag and I'm always happy to get a quick flip, so I accepted a $50 offer on this handbag, which was called the Anjou, by the way. And when I was a kid, I had a friend named Anjou, so that kind of stuck out to me. This Anjou bag sold for $50. With Brighton, I would definitely look for the more unusual pieces, unique pieces, eclectic pieces. I do find that those move quicker. That's just my thoughts. Like I said, I'm not a big handbag seller. Next up, I want to talk about one of the categories that performed very well for me in December and continues to perform well right now, and that is outerwear. I sold a lot of jackets, but I'm going to highlight two of those jackets right now. The first was a men's jacket. You guys know I don't sell a lot of menswear, but occasionally I do pick up some menswear, and I think I accidentally picked up this jacket. I thought it was a woman's jacket. It was by the brand Burton, which is known for its ski, snowboarding, outdoor winter sports outerwear. I picked up two black ski coats. One was woman's and one ended up being men's. I didn't know that until I came home and researched it. The woman's coat was in much better condition than the men's coat, and that one sold very, very quickly. The men's coat took a little bit longer, but I did sell this coat for $55. Now, I hear a lot of talk about about this brand, and this being a brand that can sell very well all the way up to $90 and even over $100. So did I sell myself short? I don't know. I listed this coat for $85. I do send offers to every single shopper that shows interest in my items, and the coat still hadn't sold. So when I received an offer for $55, I'll tell you what I do. The first thing I do when I receive an offer on an item that has been listed for a while is I check the current comps, and $55 for this coat seemed like it was in alignment with the current comps. Maybe a little bit lower, but I really, really did not want to store this men's ski coat for another year. So I accepted that $55 offer. The buyer was so happy to score that coat at $55. He messaged me as soon as I accepted his offer, and he also left a very positive review. So it was a positive experience. Would I pick up a Burton's men's ski jacket in the future? Probably because it did offer a nice return, but it took longer than the women's Burton. The next sale I'm real excited to share with you guys because a lot of my viewers were giving me virtual high fives when I found this jacket, which is also a ski, snowboarding, winter snow sport type of jacket by the brand Patagonia. I was lucky enough to find this jacket at a half price sale at my little honey hole, so I paid $5 for this Patagonia coat. Now, I felt pretty certain that it was going to offer a nice return because Patagonia is a sought-after brand, but when I started researching this coat, I couldn't find any information on the jacket that I had, which kind of made me believe that it was vintage. It definitely was more rare compared to listings that I was finding on Poshmark and eBay. The jacket was in pristine condition, which is not that unusual when you find snow sporting gear in southern New Mexico. We don't get a lot of snow here, so these items tend to be in pretty good shape when I find them at the thrift stores in southern New Mexico. Anyway, I did pick up this jacket at my honey hole for $5. I listed it for $125. It received a lot of interest, and I did send out a lot of $100 offers, no takers. So you can imagine my delight when I received a $90 offer on this coat. Very, very happy to get those big, bulky coats out of my inventory before the season ends. Happy that someone is going to enjoy the jacket, and I did receive a really, really nice love note on that coat as well. The next sale that I'm going to highlight is by one of my favorite brands to resell, and that is Doc Martens. This was an unusual pair of Doc Martens. I think all of my viewers who reached out and shared their expertise with this certain style of Doc Marten boot sandal. It was kind of a gladiator sandal. It was a boot. It was called the Bernardette, not Bernadette, Bernardette red boots. They did have a cutout toe, a cutout heel, but they laced up like a regular boot, and these sold for $70. This was an offer to me of $70. I received a lot of low offers on these boots, which leads me to believe that there's a lot of interest. Now, it was a very unusual style, so I get it. I think if I was going to pay full price for Doc Martens, I would want the entire boot, heel and toe included. And I started to get a little nervous about this unusual pair of Doc Martens that I had. So when I received an offer for $70 for these boots, I was happy to accept them. Now, these boots were my size, and I was planning on wearing them once the weather warmed up. I didn't have that opportunity. These boots sold in less than 30 days for $70. Okay, the next brand that I am highlighting, I want to share with you guys. I learned this brand right here on the internet, which is where I learn so much of what I know about reselling today. And I don't know who was the first creator to mention this brand. Since I learned about this brand, I do hear other people talking about it, but you just don't know until you know. I'm just so glad that I knew when I happened to cross a two-piece set by the brand Citron Santa Monica Monica. This was a plus size suit, two-piece suit, which I only sold one piece. And now I'm questioning whether it was a good idea to separate those two pieces, but it's done. That's what I did. And I did sell the top, which was absolutely stunning. It was a cardigan topper kimono, 100% silk. It was smocked. It had a velvet-like feeling in it. It was an open front with these silk fabric knotted buttons. Absolutely stunning. I listed both pieces for $75 a piece. Then I received an offer for $72 on the top. Now, if that's not a reasonable offer, what is? That was an awesome offer that I was really happy to accept. I hope that I can sell the pants. They are still listed in my Poshmark Closet. That was a fun sale. I have yet to run across anything by Citron Santa Monica since I found this two-piece set. If you have been following me, then you know I have been listing items from my personal closet. The next 3 sales are all really, really quick sales that came from my personal closet. And also, by the way, if you are not following me, now is a really good time to hit that subscribe button. I would sure appreciate it if you would join me for another video, and YouTube will notify you when my next video comes out if you just hit that bell notification. Back to my sales. The next 3 items are all boots, all for my personal wardrobe, all items that are less than 3 years old, but I haven't worn in a few years. I just asked myself, am I going to wear them? How about selling them and trading that money for maybe something more desirable that I would enjoy wearing, which I have done. I'll share that in a future video. And all 3 of these brands are brands that I have heard other people scoff, thumb their nose at. They just won't pick up these brands. And I'm happy they don't, because I like to pick up these brands. And this is why. The first brand and sale I want to talk to you about is Carlos Santana. Carlos Santana. I love Carlos Santana shoes. If you have seen Carlos Santana shoes either in stores or at the thrift store, you're going to know that they tend to be pretty unique, oftentimes very colorful, a lot of detail in Carlos Santana shoes. The one thing that's pretty consistent with Carlos Santana shoes is they use synthetic materials, all man-made materials, or vegan, and that is the term that I like to use. So they don't use leather and fine quality materials in constructing their shoes. That is usually a deterrent for me in purchasing secondhand shoes for resale, and even in purchasing shoes for myself. The exception is always trendy styles. This was a pair of all man-made vegan black leather moto booties by Carlos Santana. These boots sold in under 3 days, under 72 hours, for $60. The styling of moto boots and combat boots has not changed dramatically over the years. So I think this is a pretty safe style to look into every single time you see them. I recommend sticking with natural fibers like leather and suede, but if it is a trendy style, the vegan leather will sell as well. The next pair of boots to sell sold for $60. Surprise, guys. All 3 of these boots from my personal collection sold for $60. The next pair I want to talk about is from the brand Vince Camuto. I hear you've probably heard people poo-pooing Vince Camuto, and I like reselling Vince Camuto. There's always some caveats, right? Vince Camuto current styles or within the past 5 years, and here's why. He uses nice quality leathers, especially if it's a regular leather and not a suede leather. I find that suede wears and shows wear more than leather, just a regular flat leather or patent leather. And oftentimes the patina on a leather is desirable. I'm the girl that wants a boot or shoe that shows some wear and character, and I'm not the only one. There's lots of buyers like that. So The boots that I sold were called the Gigietta. They were a snakeskin or python print heeled booty. They were in really, really good condition. I only wore these boots a few times. I wasn't as crazy about them as I thought I would be. I honestly prefer a more combat style booty to this style of booty that you're looking at right now. But I sold these boots for $60 and they sold within 3 days of listing them, so I'll take that for a pair of shoes that I was able to love and wear and get all the use out of them that I was going to use them and make a $60 profit in the end. I was happy with that one. This last pair of boots, I really liked these boots. This was a flat boot. It did have about a 1/2 inch heel on it. They were a very pointy-toed Chelsea boot, all leather by Steve Madden. And you know it, I know it, lots of people don't like Steve Madden. And I want to talk to you a little bit about Steve Madden because Steve Madden is a gigantic brand and there are a lot of other brands underneath Steve Madden that you may be purchasing for your reselling business. But I find that Steve Madden creates lower end shoes, which you're going to find with Madden Girl and some even Steve Madden, and they create very high end shoes. Freebird by Steven is Steve Madden. Steve Madden produces Betsy Johnson, and Betsy Johnson also has Betsyville, their lower end line, and Betsy Johnson, the blue bottom shoes. Those are very expensive shoes and resell pretty well. Dolce Vita is another brand produced by Steve Madden, and don't just walk past your Dolce Vitas because some of those are really expensive shoes. And my point in sharing all three of these sales is that all three of these brands have product that will resell and make you a nice profit on the resale market. Steve Madden, for sure Steve Madden, that is one of the largest shoe producers. So if you are not looking at Steve Madden, you are probably passing by some money. Vince Camuto, like I said, it's a pretty solid brand and it does have a nice following. And Carlos Santana is just a really fun shoemaker and run comps on all three of these brands. I'm very satisfied with $60 sales for shoes that were mine. I'm very happy with that, but I would spend up to $6 on any of these boots pre-loved in the thrift store to make a $60 profit. My next sale was a smooth Ben Franklin, guys. $100 sale for these Fry boots. They were called the Veronica all leather slouch boots. They were a tall boot, which Fry tall boots perform very, very well for me. It is usually, I can count on a $100 bill every single time I find these boots. So I was very happy with this sale. It's very typical for the Fry tall boots. I don't have that kind of luck with other Fry shoes and the shorter shaft boots, but the tall boots, I'll pick them up every single time. The final sale that I will talk about today was a really fun, fast flip. It was a pair of shoes that I absolutely love. I love the designer. It was a pair of Paul Green loafers. They were called the Began Loafer. They had a patent sheen to them. They were a little bit shiny. They did have a lug sole. I did share them in one of my thrift hauls. I was so excited to find them. They were a size 7.5, and that is an Austrian size. I wear Paul Green a size 5.5, and I wear a size 8 or 8.5. Just so if you find Paul Green in the thrift stores, make sure to convert the size. Paul Green sizing is not US sizing, even though it looks similar. These shoes sold at my full asking price of $120, and it took 6 days to sell these shoes. These shoes retail for about $350. So this buyer got a great deal on some pristine shoes. I don't think they were worn. I didn't sell them that way, but I was really happy that another Paul Green lover got a really fantastic pair of shoes. I hope this video has been helpful, or at the very least a little entertaining. I hope I've been able to keep you company while you work. I do want to speak briefly about my next video. My next video, I am going going to address 2021. I want to take a look at those goals that I set for myself in 2021. I made a video, and I think that we should actually revisit those goals, and let's just see how I did. If you're interested in knowing the goals I set for myself in 2021 and how that all worked out and what I am projecting and hoping for in 2022, please let me know. I recently completed an assignment with a mentorship group. I'm part of a local nonprofit mentorship group for women entrepreneur and small business owners, and I completed this 5-question assignment. It was kind of a reflection on 2021, and I really want to share those 5 questions with you concerning your business in 2021 and looking forward into 2022. Are you interested in that type of content? I'm also curious if you have any questions for me, because I am happy to incorporate those questions in the next video that I make. I'm kind of excited. It's a little different format, but it's a brand new year, right? So we're trying different things. Thank you so much for joining me today, guys. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. It's time to subscribe if you haven't done that already. And we'll see you really soon. I'm putting 2021 in the books. Done. Finished. Nada. No more. But one last video before that happens. Blessings to all of you.